Hi, I'm Healy Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans video. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is about 6:30 in the morning. I know you see my new little outfit. I talked about this in the last live stream that I did with Joy. I told y'all I was going to get the little hat with the net. Y'all, I got it. I was actually in the middle of editing the second Temu unboxing video. And I was like, you know what? It's early in the morning. The Beatles is probably still asleep. Let me get out here and try to get some stuff done. You'll see that I have these sleeves on. This is part of the unboxing. You'll see that when that video comes out. Actually, that video will come out before this one, so you will have already seen it. This was a quick purchase from Amazon. These were actually 2 in a pack, and I started to do an unboxing for that, but I was like, that's okay. They'll see it. They'll see it when I use it, which is right now. Let's get a quick look at the Backyard Shenanigans garden and all of the work that I have to do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first things first, I was supposed to do this video a long time ago when stuff still was all the way clean. Now it's like halfway clean, so we're going to go with it. So the first section is the patio. Y'all remember this area was not looking like this. It definitely was not a place that I could come sit out and enjoy my backyard. They had stuff everywhere. I have all of that cleaned up, y'all, but since I cleaned it up, now I added a few things. But these are projects that I'm going to be working on between now and, let's say, March, right before the next spring season. But I have a few things. I went and bought some more peat moss. I got 2 bags of decomposed granite and some Quikrete all-purpose sand. These are 25-gallon containers. I found a person on Craigslist that was selling these heavy-duty, like I said, these are 25-gallon nursery pots, and these are going to be for my trees. These are 20 gallons that I thought I would be able to fit inside my 15-gallon bucket stand, but I think they're just a smidget too big. But since I have so much stuff in there right now, I'm going to work on that, and we're going to see if I can squeeze those in. If not, when I replace the trees, the containers that the trees are in are going to go in the 15-gallon bucket stand. This is just the table cleared off. I had some flowers and stuff out here. These nasturtiums are trying to hang on. I haven't done anything with them and I don't know how long. Today is Sunday. It's early Sunday morning, and we had a heat wave like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It started cooling down yesterday. Y'all, I haven't been out here probably since Tuesday, and you're going to see that in the garden. These are some succulents that probably are dead, but I don't know. And like I said, I had some flowers, but I just dumped them out. This is an apple that fell off the tree, and I just didn't want it on the ground because, and I did this way beforehand, but y'all saw that YouTube short where there's a rat, and I'm about to die, but we have a rat in the Backyard Shenanigans garden. Just more of me just trying to clean up the area. This is what patio row looks like. Have the 3 green stalks. I only have stuff growing out of 1 green stalk, and y'all, I just haven't been doing like I'm supposed to been doing. So they have some stuff in there, as you can see, but who knows what's thriving and surviving, what's on its way out. The peach tree, y'all, I am so almost like to the point of tears of joy with this peach tree. If you remember my peach tree a while back, I thought it was a goner. Y'all. The grapefruit has a lot of blossoms on it. It also has a lot of pest pressure on it. So I have to deal with that. In the back, you can see, y'all, look, the hummingbirds is out early, but I take the hummingbirds over the bees. I just got to make sure which is which, y'all. And the hummingbirds have been coming on this side of the garden a lot, and they've been taking the nectar. Y'all, look at it. Oh, they fighting early in the morning, y'all. They like, hold on, you ain't supposed to be out here this early. but they have been eating the nectar or dealing with the flowers here. But you can see all of that, kind of like the leaf miner, pest pressure and stuff. I have to get in here and do pruning and stuff like that. I'm gonna take care of all of that. This is my dragon fruit, and y'all look at my dark star. I don't think they gonna do what they supposed to do, but they actually budded, y'all. Three of them. They look like they dying now, and that's 100% on me, but I thought that was pretty early. And y'all, I did not even see like this whole extra length of growth that I need to tie up, stake up. But these little pots, I believe these are 5-gallon pots. I'm definitely gonna be up potting the dragon fruit. I was trying to time it to where I could get the stand, like a dragon fruit stand, and put all 3 of them on a one stand, y'all. But I gotta see what's going on. This is the unknown avocado in the back. It is growing, lots of new growth. This is my cherimoya that is really just taking off and growing beautifully, y'all. I don't know nothing about cherimoya except the name, and I might know how to spell it, but I'm learning about that too. My blueberries are growing profusely and profoundly. I did do a liquid fertilizer on them maybe right before we had that heat. Y'all, I can't even talk. It's early in the morning, and even though I have this net thing on my face, y'all know I'm on full alert. This is a white sapote. I know even less about this than a cherimoya, and it's been struggling, but it's also been putting out new growth, so I guess it's okay. Here is my other blueberry, the one that I was the most concerned about because of the leaves turning, and I was saying, you know, hey, I think the soil is not acidic enough. But you see there's lots of new growth, and there's even some blueberries back there. But I only did one vinegar and water treatment, y'all, and then I fell off the map with the garden. So I need to do that. But even one treatment, which was probably about 2 weeks ago, so I did a week, I skipped a week, and then it's time for me to do another one. I'm gonna do another one either today or tomorrow, but just with one treatment of liquid fertilizer a week later, and yep, a lot of growth. And then I have some more blueberries coming in on this one. Let me see, which one is this one? This one, okay, so this is my sharp blue in the front. That is my bountiful blue back there, and then this one is my pink lemonade. The banana trees are growing. They are doing well, but I am going to refresh the soil and so I got to take the banana trees out. I'm going to refresh the soil with soil that's a little bit lighter, because this soil is so heavy that I believe it's getting ready to break and crack the caddies. It's going to break the caddies, and the caddies are supposed to hold up to 400 pounds, y'all. Who knows if that's really true, but the soil is very, very heavy. The plant is heavy, and the soil is even heavier. So I'm going to refresh with a lighter soil and put the compost and the fertilizers and stuff on top, and let it water down and into the plant instead of having that heavy soil all throughout. This is the nectar plum, and I harvested all of the fruit off of there. The ones that didn't fall, because they started falling and they started going bad because I wasn't paying attention. That's 4 right there, but I did get some other ones and I ate them, y'all. They so good. I can't wait until next year. Also, I have a lot of new leaf growth on there. If you remember the last time I showed you this tree, I barely had about 5 leaves on the whole tree. Now I have a lot more than that. But the nectar plum and the peach tree do need to be treated for peach leaf curl, and I'm going to be doing that in the dormant winter season. So let me back up just a little bit. This is patio row, and I have some work to do over here. Now let me show you the rest of the garden. Just from showing right here, I know you can see the tomatoes and how they are just looking pitiful and horrible. We had that heat wave. I did water them, I believe Wednesday morning, but I have not been out here to water the garden or to do anything with the garden since. And you can see and you can tell some things love the heat, like those peppers that you see. Some things are having a little bit harder time, like these tomatoes. So I definitely have to get in here and do some work. Y'all, my little Dancing with Smurfs tomato plant, I don't think it's gonna make it. When I got it, it didn't look, you know, too fascinating. It looked like the runt of the litter, but you know, I want to see if I could work with it. All of the plants need some work and some help. You can see some of the tomatoes have small fruit, the smaller ones, but yeah, y'all, I really need my hand slapped for how I have let this garden go. But between my injury, the heat, just other stuff I was dealing with, I couldn't get out here. So, but I'm out here now to do basically a damage assessment and to show you how the garden looks, and then I will be doing a lot of work. I have a lot of growth on, this is my pink lemonade lemon tree, but there's also a lot of pest pressure and probably some disease also that I need to treat and deal with. The same thing for my my blood orange tree, and there's a lot of spiders. Looks like I might have spider mites also in this tree. I do have some things to treat them with, and I'm gonna be taking care of that. Y'all, this parsley just refused to die. I'm pretty sure it has rooted down into this bucket of sage that is dead right now. That was some flowers supposed to be in the middle, y'all. The spearmint is gone, but it has a way of coming back. I'll probably see more growth like towards September or so. Here, y'all, just everything between powdery mildew. I have a lot of powdery mildew in the yard, and I know that's because I started planting things too close together. I wasn't pruning my leaves, and so the airflow was not like it was supposed to be. Here I have I believe this with all of the yellow flowers is supposed to be ground cherry of some sort, I believe. And then I have watermelon in here. I don't know if this is sugar baby or what. What I'm supposed to do is, as I go down the line, I'm supposed to do an overlay. In editing, I'm going to do an overlay of what's supposed to be in each of these raised beds and just all of the growing spaces. Y'all, is it exactly as I labeled it? Probably not, because I did make a few changes. But as you can see, I do have some watermelon. I have about probably 4 or 5 about this size, and then I even have some smaller ones. As you can see right there, y'all, look, I can't really see everything, so y'all know how I am about dipping in here. And this is my first time wearing this little net hat, and I'm still trying to learn it. Some flowers of some sort, y'all, that I had bought. That was that 6-pack I got from Home Depot a couple months back, and the flowers have been growing and dying back and growing and dying back. This is my Washington navel orange. Y'all, everything has pest pressure and the pest and everything, some disease. It's not to the point of death though. The trees are definitely salvageable, but I have some work to do. I have a lot of work to do, and I'm gonna come out here and just work on, you know, one thing at a time, or one section at a time, one raised bed at a time, you know, maybe 1 or 2 trees at a time until I get caught up. I'm not gonna try to be out here and trying to do everything at one time, because that's not gonna work. Here's another watermelon here, and then if you can see, maybe I could zoom in because I got the gloves on. but there's another watermelon hanging. And what I'm gonna do is pull that vine down and let the watermelon rest on one of the corners, like I did this one right here, and then let the rest of it grow, because I don't have anything. Try to zoom out again with these gloves. I don't have anything right now like pantyhose or whatever, you know, to hold the watermelon up. So I'm gonna let them, you know, just sit down. But yes, y'all, everything needs to be watered. Everything need everything. So like I said, this is the damage assessment, and then I'm gonna come back. Hold on, y'all, I'm just trying to just put this tomato between here, just so it could sit a little bit up instead of hanging all the way down in my way. I'm gonna salvage what I can salvage. Look, a cucumber growing on here. Let me see, what kind of cucumber is this? I don't remember because a lot of my tags, either the labeling came off of it, or, you know, it watered down, so I don't know the varieties. I know what the plant is, but I don't know the varieties. More tomatoes, a cantaloupe here, and I will show you the fruit in a second. So here's the cantaloupe, and it's doing well. It doesn't look like it's gonna grow too much bigger than that, but inconsistent watering definitely is not helping. The peppers, though, the peppers are liking the heat. I do see, you know, like a little scald on the top of the leaves, but they exploded during this heat wave. I have some plants that are still under baskets that I'm gonna have to remove the basket because the plant have gotten tall, which is a good thing. Here is more cantaloupe and or watermelon. Y'all, I have to see what's going on. And then I see some peppers starting to grow in. Let's see if I could zoom this in a little bit. Y'all, these gloves. But I do have some peppers starting to come in on here. What kind of peppers, y'all, I don't know. I have to look back and check the overlay, y'all, my cherry tree. So see if we could zoom out. All right, so this cherry tree, I had it. This is a replacement for the cherry tree that, you know, just died before. I got this new one in. It was doing well, and then it wasn't doing well. I repotted the soil. Again, I'm going with a lighter soil, something to me that's more breathable for the tree, especially being in a container. And it was looking rough. It was looking very rough for a while. All the leaves fell off, which, I mean, you know, I understand transplant shock and stuff, but y'all, a good amount of time had passed and it just was looking worse and worse. And then I started seeing growth. And this growth is just above the graft. Let me see if I can show you. So you see the graft is right here. This growth is just above the graft. But the point is that the tree is still alive. But of course, I'm looking for growth above the graft. And I see it right here. So even if this is below the graft of growth, I know that the growth that I see up here, that new growth, tells me that what's above the graft is growing. I still have some pruning and stuff to do on this tree during the dormant season, namely this right here. I want to get rid of this. I think I said I was going to get rid of this, but we'll see. I'm not going to do anything until the dormant winter season, where I kind of see what's going on. Normally, I would do my pruning of my trees and stuff in the winter time, like between December and February, during the dormant season, you know, before stuff woke up. But I have been doing some research, and at least for some trees, maybe not all, but some trees, I am learning that doing the pruning after final fruiting or later in the spring, like right before, like after, look at the hummingbirds, y'all, like after the tree has started waking up but before flowering or something like that. Basically not pruning during the dormant season, but pruning when the tree is mildly active. Y'all, that's the rat trap back there, if you can see it. Now, supposedly, it's set up to where the rat supposed to go in there and, eat the food and then go die somewhere else or whatever. But, y'all, I wanted to die in a trap. Y'all, please. Because I have not been around here. Y'all, please don't let me walk around this curb and they have a dead rat on the ground. I'm going to be glad that it's dead. But, y'all, y'all going to be laughing. The tree is doing well. I have several apples on this tree, but this area back here, y'all, I never went back there and pruned off those apples while they were small. They are already weighing that branch down, and it may or may not snap this year. Y'all know I still didn't have the heart to take off my failed grafts. They still on the tree, y'all, but obviously it has not affected the tree. It is still healthy. It's still growing. Yes, I do still have the white woolly aphids, if you could see that. I do spray them off with water. I haven't put any kind of treatment on the tree yet, but I plan on doing that. These are the frames that go on top of these 6 raised beds. I'm supposed to glue the pieces together because they kept like coming loose. And I'm supposed to glue them together. I have the 2-part cement glue, like the purple stuff, and then the clear. So I have that, but I just didn't get to it in time before I had to start putting stuff, planting stuff in here. So I'm gonna build those up hopefully this winter and then have them ready for next spring. It's gonna be the PVC frames, and then I have I believe it's 1/4 inch or 8-inch screen cloth, and that's what I'm gonna put build out like 3 sides of it with the screen to mesh and leave one side open for me to do what I have to do. Also, I wanted to say another change I'm gonna be doing next year. You see how I have my Oyas in the middle, and I liked it because it was pretty, it was organized, it was cute. But you can see as the plants grow, it limits my access to this. And not only do I fill these up with water, but I also fill them up with the diluted liquid fertilizer. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to put them on the end in the middle. So when I come through, I'll be able to better reach and get to the Oyas. And like I said, fill them up with water, and I fill them up with liquid fertilizer from time to time. Yeah, this pepper is still in this cup. I was supposed to take it out and plant it in this spot, and I didn't do that, and now the thing done grew. I know it's in the ground. I know it is. So I'm probably gonna just cut the cup away, and y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what? I might just leave it. At this point, I might just leave it like it is, stake it up, and yeah. After like the last harvest, then I'll pull it up and do better next time. This right here is a edible flower mix. I don't know what flowers is what. Some stuff is growing, some stuff is not, but it's looking pretty good. It's filling in. I also have some grass that just been sneaking in around, and y'all, I don't have no grass. I don't have grass in my backyard. I don't have no grass in the front yard, so it must be on the wind flying around. My lemon tree, y'all, God dog it, y'all, see, I gotta hurry up, because if the hummingbirds is up, I feel like the beetles is not far behind. So, y'all, let's go a little bit quicker. My lemon tree, y'all, everything is looking sad. Everything is looking sad, but I have lemons. If you can see, I do have lemons, but I need to do a lot of work. Y'all, I need to treat everything. I know I keep saying that, but I need to treat everything. This is my Royal Crimson cherry tree in a pot, and it is doing very well, but you can see it needs some attention. Like everything, y'all. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but like everything needs attention. Even my miracle leaf of life, but it's coming back. I see a lot of green growth, and that's actually 3 pots of plants because I always want to have it yet. I haven't really used the miracle leaf for anything yet, but I feel like I need to have it. Y'all, this is still the failed rice challenge, 2025 rice challenge. Still nothing green in a pot. Oh, well, hold on. Maybe a weed. The 5-gallon bucket stand. Hopefully, I am putting an overlay of what's supposed to be what in each of these buckets. But like this, nothing ever popped up. This one, nothing ever popped up. This one, only weeds popped up. This one, nothing popped up. And I wonder if this is my beans and peas that didn't pop up. If that's what it is. Here I have this squash. I forgot what this was. Y'all, the tomatoes, like the plants is leaning all over. I needed to do more staking, which I am going to do. I'm going to do it. Here's another tomato. This is a cucumber. I need to pick this cucumber because this cucumber plant is spent, but I think I have another one that I can put in its place. This tomato, hold on, y'all, because I know. This tomato, let me just put this, and I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm holding the phone with one hand, trying to record, looking where I'm going, watching out for the beetles, looking for pests, making sure I ain't got a dead rat on the ground that I can't see. Y'all, look, it's a lot of stuff going on. This is another plant. Maybe this is the banana peppers. I'm not sure, but I see more flowers. I see a few peppers. That's good. This is the jujube. And oh no, look like something. Something's starting to eat the jujube. So I didn't have that issue last year. These, oh, you know what, that might be birds because it look like I see a little chip, little eating away. But these, I think these are ready. Like when you see the reddish brown come on them, then they're ready. They taste like crunchy apples, like a mix between a Granny Smith. So they do have like a little tartness to them, but they're not sour. They are tart. I like them. I have a zucchini squash here, y'all. A lot of powdery mildew. This was my great white tomato, but the aphis got to it so bad that I pulled it. I actually pulled it. This tomato, which one is this? I don't know what tomato this is, but it's doing fine. The fruit are having the branches lean over, so I got to take care of that. Of course, y'all know my cherry tree. This is Aunt Jerry's new and improved, upgraded, raised bed. And y'all, I got stuff growing everywhere. I added okra and I believe some peppers to this bed that were not on the original layout, but they in there now. So here is some okra I have under here. I believe these are some peppers that I added. Some more okra right here and some more peppers right here that I added. These tomatoes, I believe these are, I think it's a beefsteak. It's actually 2 beefsteaks. It was supposed to be 1, but I had 2 in a container and they both outgrew the container. So I had to put them somewhere. I put them here. A lot of growth, y'all. A lot of pruning and stuff that I need to do. This is some basil that one day it looked like it's doing well. One day it looked like it's on its way out. And today it looked like it's doing well. And it's actually growing. I see growth on that. I have a squash. Some kind of squash or zucchini back here. And like I said, these are edible flour mix. Except this right here, this might be something else. Y'all, I can't tell you. I did label. Y'all see the overlays of the layout. But I did have to switch some stuff around. Those are the black cobra hot peppers that are just webbed up, just beyond webbing. But the peppers keep falling down in the pot and bringing up more plants. So I just let that do what it do. It's definitely overcrowded. I'm gonna get that bucket and do something with it, y'all. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it all. But this a one-man show, a one-woman show, as far as this type work. So all I could do is what I could do, when I could do it, how I could do it. This is actually a gray zucchini, and I'm hoping to get at least one. I just want one zucchini from here, just one. Lot of powdery mildew. I'm gonna have to be very careful when I clip off and prune these leaves, because the spores will just fly all over everywhere, and then everything else will be messed up. This is a Tiny Tim tomato. You can see, so when people talk about blossom end rot, you see that little brown spot right there? That's the beginnings of blossom end rot. But this container is too small for this plant, even for a Tiny Tim. So I need to up pot this. This is another Tiny Tim. This is a Cherokee purple. This is actually a beet. Let me see if I can. There's a beet there. I forgot. Uh-oh, y'all, hold up, because I feel like something crawling on me. I forgot what this was back here. Something I was trying to see if I could root it and it would grow. And this is either a purple potato or a white potato. And y'all know that little bitty pot for potatoes, you know that's too small. I need to clean out my hummingbird bath. It goes by solar. So here's the solar panel right here, and I just change it so in the morning I have it on this side, and then in the afternoon and the evening I just turn it around and put it on this side so it can catch the sun. Here is, let me just pause right here so you can see what's supposed to be in this area. Y'all, I should have pulled this up. These are the Keystone Giant Peppers. This definitely should have been in the pepper grave pot, but guess what? I pulled up the pot, so I didn't have no grave to put it in. This is a mini me cucumber. I got a few cucumbers off of here already, but y'all, I would be ashamed to show y'all, but I'm not, because this is real life. Oh, is this a cucumber or watermelon? Y'all, what the what? Y'all, stuff done just modified how it could grow because of my neglect. Let me see. Oh, this was the Minnesota midget. Oh, the Minnesota midget cantaloupe, I believe. Oh, yeah, but that's, of course. And I was staking it up to grow vertical until I could put it in a pot. I think I didn't have anywhere else to put it. That's what happened. Here are some more tomatoes. That's the mini me cucumber. Y'all, this is the eggplant that came back to life after fruiting, and I got several fruit. I'm gonna show them to you in a minute, but I picked them too late, This is a large fruited cherry tomato, y'all, and these are still 2021 seeds. I need to preserve and save seeds. 2021 seeds. I have sowed these seeds every year since 2021, and every year I get nice, massive, healthy plants and massive, healthy fruit. That back there is another cucumber. Hold on, let me see, because I think I actually have. Yep, I got another. Oh, y'all, look. Oh, see that? Oh, I bet you that was the rat. Oh my God, see y'all, now I want to go back inside, because that means he's still. Oh, you know what? He could have been ate that. Because this is, when I showed y'all that YouTube short, this is the pole that he was climbing up, and I had the bird seed on here. So, I mean, it is right in the area. Y'all, no, he didn't. Yes, he did, y'all. Hold on, I'm thinking I'm tilting the phone where you can see, and I'm not tilting it. Oh, yeah, it gotta go. This is another cucumber. I believe this is National Pickling. More tomatoes, more peppers, and more tomatoes. Oh, look. I believe this is my black creme. Y'all, I gotta get a couple of tomatoes off of here before anything happens. And I don't know what this one, I don't know if this, Cherokee purple. I can't remember because I don't know. I don't see the tag, but you'll see in the overlay what it's supposed to be. I believe that tomato in the back there is a Rutgers. This is peppers back here in this one. I still have my grapefruit. This one is actually empty. And my grapes. No, but see, but they have new green growth, y'all. But I'm cutting the grapes all the way back. Oh, and now look at the... Look at all the new leaves coming in. Y'all, but I have to cut them back. I have to cut this plant back, and I might have to start all over with the grapes because of how I have this set up and how I need to have it set up. And future reference, I obviously will not be putting anything that grows too tall or too large. I can't put it on this front row because it inhibits my ability to reach things in the back. What I wanted to do with this area, and this goes back to something that I was saying earlier with the potatoes. So I have these grow bags here, and in here I just have the 6L trays of things that either didn't germinate or they germinated and they died. You know, they just this is my graveyard grow bag, but I want to put the potatoes in here. So what I was gonna do, you see this area, and I'm looking at it, and it is 3 squares wide, and I think I actually needed the space to be 4 squares wide, because this is a double pallet. So I was going to take one of these pallets and put it here, you know, sideways, and then sit the grow bags and do potatoes. And I think I was going to try onions, or anyway, I just was going to have a pallet for the potatoes. Of course, I'm going to take all of these buckets and I'm going to move them. Y'all, these was the eggplants. These were the eggplants. I let them go too long, and then I took them off and sat them up here, y'all, and I just left them. They've been up here for probably a month, y'all, probably at least a month. But I'm gonna move these buckets, and actually what I'm gonna do is probably go to the Dollar Tree or something like that and get those large, like gallon and 2 gallon size plastic containers with the lid, and transfer the stuff that I have in these buckets in those containers, and then try to store it in the shed or in my other space around the corner. This was a Lemon Queen sunflower that got too big for this pot. This is a dwarf sunflower that is trying to hang on, but I need to repot it. And y'all, I think I'm just going to try to repot this into a 1 gallon pot just to see. And this is another potato, which y'all know, way too small. My plumeria, oh, y'all look like, okay, something happened. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like these, the leaves, how they start out, they creep me out. That look creepy to me. I don't like the way it look, but it's doing well, it's flourishing. I'm pretty sure at some point this needs to go, because it says it's a number 5 bucket, but it's like 3.5 gallons. I'm pretty sure it needs to go into a larger container at some point, but it's alive and it's happy. So I feel like I have more time to work on other stuff before I have to come back to that. Here is where my extra all my extra peppers and tomatoes are. They have been doing well, but they are showing signs that they need to be up potted. These are gonna go in 1 gallon pots. So all of those 1 gallon pots, I got 60 from Temu and I got 60 from Amazon. I've used maybe 15 of them so far. So the point is that I have plenty pots. And each of these plants will get its own 1 gallon pot. Now, where am I going to put them? I don't know, because y'all, I'm really trying to clear this space so I can have space to work. This snake plant, y'all, I know this snake plant is dead, but I got some weeds growing up in here, so whatever that is. But I'll be disassembling that at some point too. And then just kind of storage and stuff down here, y'all. We gotta get rid of that rat, and it could be that it's already dead, y'all. I don't smell nothing, so I don't think it died here. It could already be dead, but I'm gonna have to get some support out here to like check things and see what's going on. I really want to keep this table clear so I can work on things. Like when I first brought this plant over here to prune off leaves and all that kind of stuff, like I want this to be my workspace. So this whole tray of things, I want this to go. This is my liquid fertilizer, y'all, that honestly I know I need to dump it out and start over. Absolutely. But this is where I keep my DIY liquid fertilizer, but I need another place to put it. Under here is for storage, and I think I might be able to stack up some of those buckets and put them over here, and I can use them, you know, for other things down the line. But I can probably lay them front to back on here, and then put the tops here. I have my plug out here, so if I need power for whatever, I have that. Extra wooden boards and stuff for future DIY projects. And here in the shed, I have all kind of stuff. My bucket, so I have perlite and fertilizer. Y'all, this is the part of the liquid fertilizer that I have been using, this brand Liquinox. So they bloom 0-10-10. I believe I paid $15 for this, and I believe it's $25 for the Alaska brand. Y'all know everybody buy the 511. That's a Alaska brand. So the same thing that I paid $15 for, Alaska brand, is $25. And then I had the fish fertilizer, and I believe it is $20 for the Liquinox brand, and almost $30 for Alaska. So I mean, you know, it's a brand thing. It's a brand thing. I'm not stuck on brands though. I just need the product, and I need it to work. And I don't think my plants are stuck on the brand either. So down here I have like my large tools. That's neem oil, my citrus foliar spray, liquid trace elements, and my vitamin B1 that's supposed to help with transplant shock. I only use it like a couple times, y'all, and I can't tell you if it does or if it doesn't. This is some of those 1-gallon pots. Here is mostly like my little small tools. I have the shade cloth that I haven't used yet, my plastic and my metal tools, just tools and stuff, just stuff. And up here is where I have my fertilizers and amendments. And y'all, I have a lot. I got a lot of stuff back there. I'm not about to pull all of this out, but this biochar is going to be something that I'm going to mix with the peat moss, the perlite, and the decomposed granite and sand. Again, like I said, I'm trying to make a lighter soil mix. And then I'm going to put the compost and the soil and stuff just in the top, maybe 3 or 4 inches. And then I'll fertilizer, compost, worm casting, all of that kind of stuff will go in the top few inches. But the bottom, the majority of the container will be this lighter soil mix. So I have the Osmocote, and I went to Tractor Supply, and I bought the pink one. It was on sale for $7.50 on clearance. I have this the Haas Micro Boost soil micronutrient supplement. So all of the micronutrients, you hear all about the NPK, the nitrogen, the phosphorus and potassium, but plants also need these micronutrients. So that's this. I have the mycorrhiza inoculant. I have that. Let me see. I said I wasn't going to move all this stuff. I have some baritone. And y'all know the deal with the baritone, right? The baritone and the, what is it? The hollytone is the exact same product. But y'all know once the words start getting out, then Espoma might change it, or they might, I don't know, switch up the price or make both of them the same, because you pay extra for the baritone and the hollytone is the same thing. I have some blood meal back here. This is bone meal. Actually in here, this is bone meal. This is, Y'all, what is this? Is this worm castings? This might be the last bit of some worm castings I had. This is the, this is that 222 organic fertilizer by who? Is it Dr. Earth? I believe it's Dr. Earth. Bone meal in here. Some more blood meal. I have some other stuff back there, y'all, but I can't. I can't. But that's in here, and I definitely keep this closed to kick the bottom. Y'all know it is what it is. And that's a quick look here. Oh, I also am using the bottom of this area like for some storage. This is pea pebbles, and then I have some of the little fences, y'all, that I used to use to divide the areas, which I'm probably gonna do that the next time I plant in here, but obviously not this time. It is too late. I'm checking to see if like a tail sticking out, because it's supposed to be set up to where the rat can't fit all the way in there. They could just get in there to get the bait and then leave. And it's also, you can put a trap in there too, like a snap trap, but we don't have that. We just have the bait in there. So for the rat to get in there, get the bait, and then go somewhere else and die. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I want to see it. I want to see that it is dead. Make sure y'all see all the apples on there. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you like a bigger, yeah. All those apples gonna snap. That's what everything is looking like. A lot of growth, and a lot of work. A lot of work. Y'all, but I'm gonna get to it. And I'm testing out my mini raised beds, y'all, for watermelon wars and cantaloupe wars. I think I might do cantaloupe wars. I've been talking about that for about 2 years now. 2 or 3 years, y'all, cantaloupe wars. But maybe I'll be ready next year. This is a 4 cubic foot bag, y'all. This thing is heavy. Hold on. A 4 cubic foot bag of the perlite. Now this is size 1, or the small size. I wanted to get size 3 or 4, but it just was too expensive for my purse at the time. I mean, of course I could buy it. Y'all know when we say stuff is too expensive, a lot of times it's not that we don't like physically have the money. It's just that I don't want to. I don't want to pay that much money. I just, Here, and I hope y'all can see this through, because I don't feel like unzipping this. But down at the bottom here is 2 bags of cocoa coir, so coconut coir, a bag of synthetic 16 fertilizer on top of that. These are fir bark fines, and then some larger bark chips that I put in for my trees. The Dr. Earth 222 organic fertilizer. This is the Espoma Garden Tone, which I also have that. I think that's like a 20-something pound bag. I have some gypsum that I think I'm going to be adding to my pepper and tomato plant soil mixes in the future. These are lava rocks and some other rocks. These are my cup caddies that I got from Dollar Tree that I use when I'm doing my starts to help to help move stuff around, and just a nice caddy that I can pick up and hold. These are some containers, like see that blue bowl kind of container, and I use that to mix small amounts of soil mixes and stuff like that. So that's that, a blue tarp on top of that. And then this is my gallon pitcher that I use to mix my vinegar and water for my blueberries. I bought some more soil acidifier, y'all. I said I wasn't gonna buy it because it was too expensive for my purse. Again, I could buy it, but I didn't want to. But I got it on sale, and that's why I bought it. So I'm going to put that in when I repot, freshen up the soil on the blueberries. I am going to add some more soil acidifier, but in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to use my vinegar and water solution, and it seems to be helping. I mean, I only did one treatment 1 week. The next week I didn't do a treatment. I did a liquid fertilizer, and then this week I'm gonna do another vinegar and water. So maybe that'll be the plan. Maybe the plan will be 1 week the vinegar and water, 1 week the liquid fertilizer, 1 week the vinegar and water. Maybe I'll do that, alternate weeks, and we'll see how that goes. And I do have, y'all, the strawberries been growing. I've been missing them. The birds been picking them. They've been drying out. These obviously just, y'all, these are done. These are done. These are done. Y'all, I tried strawberries in the green stalk. I tried them in these little trays. I think it's my soil though, because strawberries also like slightly acidic soil, and that's not what I have here. So that's something else that I'm going to try to do better with. Now I have herbs and things in here. Some stuff is growing, some stuff is not. Let me try to turn this because I know they got spiders in here. So this is a lemon mint. I'm trying to pick it. Oh, that smells. Oh, something smells really good over here. Something smells real good. Let's see, what is that? This is a spinach. Y'all, look, the spinach barely grew and already going to seed. Well, I should stay on top of that and try to get the seeds. This is obviously a weed that growing in with the basil, but that's not basil, y'all. That's a weed. I got grass growing in where the spinach is supposed to be. I have some more spinach here. What's this? That's a lettuce that was trying to get started. This is another mint, and hopefully that's mint and not a weed. That looked like a weed, y'all. That ain't no mint. But anyway, I'm still trying to get with the green stalk. I have grown stuff in the green stalk and have just been very successful with it, and then I have grown stuff and just have not been successful. I don't know. I really wanted to move. I wanted to move these 3 green stalks and put them over here in between the trees, but that's not enough space, because you see, like, just that little bit of space between the trees, that's not enough for the green stalks. I need 2 feet of space, and that might barely be 1 foot. So the only way that'll work is if one of these trees, I would have to put one of these trees on patio row. And you know what? I might do that. Not the cherry tree, because so this is one cherry tree, my other cherry tree, and then this cherry tree. So I want them to be together. So it's not going to be the cherry tree. So it'll be either this lemon tree, or it'll be one of these orange trees. And then I'm thinking if I put the green stalks here, because part of the problem I think with having them here is that I need to turn them, and I have not been doing that. I haven't been doing that. But if I have them here, I feel like I won't have to turn them, because they'll get the sun all throughout the day. I feel like I won't have to turn them. So that's a project. But I also have to see, I don't know, y'all. I have to see. I have to see, but I'm thinking about doing that. And I want to do that, because I want to give these green stalks a chance to flourish, and I want to give myself a chance to be successful. Like I said, I have grown things in the green stalks before. You've seen them. I've grown a lot of stuff in the green stalks and have been successful, but for some reason, that's not been being the case, y'all. The weeds are taller than some of the aloe vera, and I'm going to work on that. Let me go ahead and close out this video and then water everything before the beetles come up. Let me take this glove off so I can operate this phone, y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up this video. Y'all look, and they even have a little zipper part Like if I want, like, take a sip out here, y'all, and I get thirsty, unzip this, you know, sip my little drink and then zip it back. I like this. It has a drawstring for the hat part to make sure it don't slip off, and I like that. The netting comes down, you know, a good amount, and that's good. And I know you can't see the back, but it comes down like a good little way in the back too. So, but I'm gonna wrap this up. I need to water everything and then get inside before the beetles come out, because it's an overcast day. I know they don't like the cool weather. They usually slow in the morning, and that's why I'm out here. But y'all, I've been hearing stuff, and plus the hummingbirds act like I'm invading on their privacy. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed.